biodiversity is us. Our planet is amazing. Its lands and oceans are home to a fantastic array of life. We call this biodiversity, and it plays an essential role in our lives and our future. Biodiversity is us. Thriving biodiversity relies on the many relationships that exist between all living things. These relationships help create the essential conditions for life. Clean air, fresh water, and food. The environment also provides us with the resources we use for energy, shelter, and medicines. Clean air and water require a healthy environmental balance. The food chain also depends on biodiversity. While plants make their own food using sunlight, water, and carbon dioxide in a process called photosynthesis, animals and humans need to eat food. But should any food supply become scarce or die out completely, this can have serious consequences on other species too. The food chain shows how each living thing gets its food. It describes who eats what or whom. Typically in the food chain, bigger creatures eat smaller ones. This is part of the natural cycle of life. But today, biodiversity is shrinking. Due to the actions of humans, the environment is changing too fast for many species to adapt, and the natural resources and habitats that sustain life are disappearing fast. This does not only affect other species, it affects you too.
Protecting life on Earth is not only the responsibility of the government or the ministry or the agencies in charge of protection of the environment. Protecting biodiversity is the responsibility of each and every citizen on our planet. And it is for this reason that the United Nations General Assembly has declared 2011-2020 as the United Nations Decade on biodiversity, so as to engage each and every citizen on our planet in protecting life on Earth for the benefit of present and future.
With many species facing extinction, zoos and aquariums are helping prevent their disappearance through international breeding programs. These programs are vital to wildlife conservation as they help maintain a genetically healthy and diverse range of species. 1 in 7 threatened species can be found in a zoo or aquarium, and several animals now extinct in the wild live on in human care. There are also hundreds of conservation projects carried out by zoos and aquariums around the world right now, including reintroductions. For example, Przewalski's horse, the last species of wild horse, had become extinct in its native environment. But thanks to a zoo conservation project, the species was reintroduced to its home in Central Asia, a process that continues today, ensuring that this species continues to thrive in its wild habitat.
So we look forward to working with the international community, the developing world, the developed world, in order to ensure that the bioresources which are under severe threat from a variety of sources, particularly climate change, are protected and are utilized in a sustainable manner.
The coming decade can be a turning point in how humanity values and manages biodiversity. Together, we can build the foundations for a sustainable future.
Just imagine if each of the 700 million visitors to zoos and aquariums made even one small change to support biodiversity. What change will you make? Biodiversity is us. We can all make a difference.